My name is Anita Yusof. I am from Malaysia. I am 53 years old and I am also the first Muslim woman who rode solo around the world on a motorbike. And this is my motorbike which I use for my world tour, and I always believe that it's not the bike but it's the rider. I've been doing my world tour. The first time is in 2015. It took me 1 year and I managed to cover 4 continents, 40 countries, and I recorded a distance of 65,369 kilometers. That was the first time. Now I am doing my second lap of my world tour, which I started about 3 months ago, and I started from Cape Town, South Africa, and until now I have covered like about 14 African countries, and now I'm here in Nairobi, Kenya. I have always loved to travel, and prior to riding a motorbike, I am a backpacker. I used to backpack to many countries and I have always been doing it alone. But in 2012, when I faced a very serious relationship conflict and I thought that my world seemed to be turning upside down, I want to find a new hobby. So a friend introduced me to riding a motorbike, and coincidentally I want to visit a country named Kyrgyzstan, and this country the public transportation was not great. I need to have my own transport if I want to visit this country. So I took the opportunity to pick up riding because I want to visit Kyrgyzstan. So that's how it started for me, and once I pick up riding, I get very addicted into riding. So whenever I have free time, what I have in mind is I want to ride anywhere, everywhere. Yeah, so that's how it started for me, and after that there is no turning back. I keep on exploring the world. For my first world ride, I set few objectives. Besides being the first Muslim woman, I want to create history, being the first Muslim woman who rides solo around the world. I also want to correct the negative perception about my religion, because as we all know, my religion is being said as a terrorist religion, and it was said that Muslim discriminates women, which is actually it is not true, because in the religion men and women are equal, but it is only the practice of certain ethnic which they didn't want their women to become smart, and because so happened that they are Muslim, so people thought that Muslim discriminates women. So I am showing to the world, if that is so true that Muslim discriminates women and Muslim didn't allow their women to go to work, to study at the university, how come I am a Muslim woman and I am going solo around the world on a motorbike just by myself? And I'm Muslim, I came from a Muslim country. So this is what I'm telling the whole world. Yeah, and also I want to inspire women out there that they can be anything that they want, and if something happened in our life, it is not the end of the world. So like I've mentioned earlier, I pick up riding because I face a serious relationship conflict. I never knew that by picking up riding, after that I'm creating history and I got a world recognition for it. So you can be anything that you want. Something which happened to your relationship, that is not the end of the world. It might be the best opportunity for you to find your inner strength and to find your ability, what you can do. It is the time to try new thing in life. The number of countries, if I want to combine backpacking and also riding the bike, is about 100 countries, but for biking alone, I think it's about 70 countries. My children, they are very used to their mother traveling somewhere because their mother has always not in the country, and they are used to it, and sometimes they get even more excited than the mother herself. So I've got no problem with that. My family gave me full support. I have 2 records in Malaysia Book of Records. The first one, the title is I'm the first Malaysian woman who rode solo at the 5 Central Asian countries. And then the second record is the first Malaysian who rode solo around the world on a motorbike. And I also have a title in Asia Book of Records as longest bike solo ride across the world for women. My worst experience while riding the bike is when I need to fight with the wind. The strongest which I have experienced was when I was in Argentina, in the region named Patagonia. The wind speed reached 103 km per hour. It was so strong, it almost blew me and my bike away. So it's very dangerous. I was stranded at one village for 3 days waiting for the wind to calm down. So it was really scary when you were already lose control of your bike and you were helpless at that time. So it was very dangerous situation. My best moment will always be meeting the people. And one thing I learned from my travel is that this world actually has many good and kind people. We normally always afraid when we think of going to a new country, to a new place. We always think that there are bad people. Yes, there are bad people. Bad people are everywhere. They might be around our neighborhood. But one thing I can confirm is I met so many nice and kind people. For example, like here in Nairobi, about 2 days before I arrived, a lady biker named Vicky or Victoria from Total Queens, she found out that I'm coming to Nairobi and she contacted me and she invited me to come to her place. I didn't know who she is, and when I finally reached her house and met her, she was so nice, hosted me and assist me in so many ways. I do not know how to thank her. About Kenya, the road is much better than the other African countries, and Nairobi itself remind me a lot about my own capital city, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Yeah, because there are some similarities, and yes, the people are nice and friendly. Well, so far this bike has been performing very good. It didn't cause me any big problem. And also I think because I took very good care of my motorbike, so I make sure that I do the maintenance well. When I need to service, when I need to change parts, I'll make sure that I do it on time. So far so good. I don't have any big issue. After Nairobi, I am going to continue riding to Ethiopia, and after that Sudan, all the way to Cairo, Egypt, and after that I will cross to Saudi. Since I am a Muslim, I plan to do some prayers in Mecca. After that, I'm going to cross to Iran and to Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia, Russia, and then to Scandinavians. I want to go all the way to North Cape, Norway. I want to see the Aurora Borealis. And after that, I'm going to be like zigzagging in Europe until I reach London. From London, I'm going to fly my bike to Toronto, Canada. And after that, I'm going to cross the North America from the east to the west and to the north until I reach the northernmost of Alaska, which is Prudhoe Bay. And after that, I'm going to ride all the way down to the southernmost city of the world, Ushuaia. And the plan is after Ushuaia, I'm going to cross to Antarctica, which is the 7th continent. And after Antarctica, back to Ushuaia, and send the bike to Australia. And after Australia, to Timor-Leste, Indonesia, and back to my country, Malaysia. I'm not sure when I'm going to finish doing this ride. It might take a while before I completed the journey.